Bentornati amici, welcome back my friends to Starsector. We are here with Captain Zero Thompson. We just dispatched three pirate ships, but two on our own, just with our fleet, without any help from allies in the Hegemony. We got a nice bit of money. Nothing compared to the grand scheme of things, but for us, 85,000 is a lot. Also, a lot is a good description of the amount of skill points that we have to spend, because when we left the tutorial mission, we had accumulated a fair bit of skill points, and the plan was to start allocating them at the start of the last episode, but I totally forgot. So for now, the plan for now is going back to Jangala Station and spend both skill points and money. Let's accelerate time. I got to remember to hold that shift key to make traveling space a little bit more bearable. And here we are. So let's first address the simple stuff. The simple stuff is taking all these metals and selling them. Now, selling them in here for... we would receive 800. Selling them in the military screen is exactly the same thing. All right. And I don't particularly want to sell anything else yet. Maybe this thumper? I almost never use thumpers. The other weapons might come in useful when it comes to equipping new ships that we might get. Now, at the end of last episode, I also said we would get the commission. I thought about it, and I thought that before getting a commission, I want to show you the other side of bounty hunting first, which is the one that involves getting out in space, like out of the core of the sector, and following a personal bounty. For example, look at this Logan McFarlane. We can totally handle him. The problem is getting to him. I can hit W in here to show my fuel range. With the fuel I have right now, I can get there, I cannot get back. This inner circle is the range of safe return, so maybe I could get to this guy, which has a slightly larger fleet. I still think I could handle him, but yeah, these two guys also being in the same how do you call it, system? Not really system, same constellation. I could search for them and take them both, getting us 47,000 plus 54,000, which is a good deal. Before that though, let's address the elephant in the room, which is right now the character tab madly flashing, as it has been for a couple of episodes at least. We have 6 character points to spend. Now, as I mentioned a while ago, first thing I want to do is bring navigation to 3, because that gives us now first of all, increases by 1 the speed of the sustained burn ability and gives us the ability transverse jump. Transverse jump is very good. It basically gets you more jump points both in and out of systems. So in order to unlock this, what we need is to bring the technology aptitude to 3, and then we can activate this. Now, since we have technology to 3, it's a good idea to look at what else is useful in this branch. Sensors. Sensors is not that good because I'm not planning on sneaking a lot. It will be nice to get the neutrino detector for level 1 at some point, especially if we want to get into deep space exploration. Loadout design. This, as you can see, has 3 levels, and all 3 levels affect all ships in fleet, giving us plus 20% maximum flux capacitor, flux bands, and then the third one is very good, is plus 10% total ordnance points. It means we can fit more stuff onto our ships, which is something that I want. Electronic warfare. To be honest, I never picked this. This is something that I have to research more. I know this has an impact on battles, mostly relating to how long is the range of your weapons compared to the range of the opponent weapons, but I don't know how much this is influential. You know, how much of a difference makes that level 3 20% maximum enemy weapon range reduction? You know, it means, because it's maximum range reduction, it means that you also need to establish electronic warfare superiority for that 20% to actually have an effect. However, we could... wait a second, this is just piloted ship, and this is just piloted ship. I am, however, flying a destroyer, so taking a, for example, 10% flux capacity boost, not be bad. And what about minus 50% weapon recoil? Tell you what, I'm not gonna spend this point, because I don't know exactly what I want to do. I would like to spread more points in places where they affect the entire fleet. These are all just piloted ship, but for example, all ships in fleet minus 25% supply used for maintenance. This is big, right? Also plus 15% maximum combat readiness at level 3. However, I would require a total of 6 skill points to spend in this. This level 1 makes it so that every deployed ship grants a bonus to the top speed of all other allied ships, which could stack up to be kind of good. Carrier stuff, fighter stuff, and this is for planetary operations, something that we still are not that close to. This is administration, plus 50% resource and rare items recovered from abandoned stations. This is about this is all about industry and scavenging. Anyway, let's not waste more time in here. So now I have the transverse jump. I already had the trait or the skill that made our ships more efficient at covering distance in terms of fuel usage. However, I still want more fuel. I want this inner circle to get to here before I go out in search for bounties, in search for trouble. How much more fuel can I carry? Not a lot. So I would need a tanker ship. Either that or I ditch the carrier, maybe? I don't know. Who is oh, of course, now I get to spend all those ordnance points. So I'll tell you what, give me a second while I rearrange this this ship's loadout. Alright, I just made a couple of small adjustments. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of choice when it comes to buying more weapons. I would have loved to upgrade the point defense of my ISS Patorius jump, but no dice. The small machine guns is all which is available to us right now. However, let's see if we can buy a small tanker now. This is just massive, and apart from the fact that we cannot afford it, it's definitely too big for us right now. However, a small dram tanker is alright. Let's look at it. No, compromise storage is not the one we want. Oh, increased maintenance. You really want to do it like that? Tell you what, let's go look at another market. In this system, we also have the planet Asharu that we could go take a look at. Who are you? Unidentified contact? What is this? An unidentified fleet delivering fuel, recreational drugs, and harvested organs. Now these are, how do you call them? Smugglers. This is a smuggler fleet. They're not immediately hostile though, so let's not be concerned with smugglers for now. Asharu is an independent system. Let's see what they have to offer. More dram tankers, one with degraded engines, which is still not great. Really, they are all in pretty bad condition. I'm thinking, what else can I do? Should I buy one on the black market? There isn't even one on the black market, so even if I wanted. Alright, let's go back and just buy the one with the increased maintenance. It's not great, but beggars can be choosers. Buy... There wasn't a tanker on the military, right? Wait a second, you just changed stock? Urgh. Where are the 14th battle group ships? They were here a second ago. Oh, maybe you changed. Nice, nice, you refreshed everything. Good. This is now a pristine Dram class tanker hull, which I'm going to buy. Congratulations, you just bought a new ship. It doesn't have any weapons or hull mods installed, so it's a good idea to get it outfit. Open the refit screen. Now, this ship will never get into battle, so I will install auxiliary fuel tanks, so I get to load 30% additional fuel. I could get them the unstable injector to make it run faster, so just in case we are pursued, they will be able to have a higher top speed. Militarized subsystems increases combat readiness and removes the penalties from a civilian grade hull. Now the penalties from a civilian grade hull is increased sensor profile and reduced sensor strength, so yeah, makes it on par with a military ship. Let's see. Reinforced bulkheads could be a nice addition. It means that if the ship gets shot down, there's a much higher chance that we'll be able to get it back. And auxiliary thrusters for higher maneuverability. However, this is just in case of emergency. We're never gonna fly this in battle. Let's put up a couple of point defense weapons in there just because, and then increase the capacitors. And that's it. Yeah, auto weapon groups. And we will not put a pilot on this. The HSS Castores is now part of our fleet. Now we need to load fuel. Yeah, we were almost full before. Now we get to load a lot more. Let's get a good 200. This should be enough for us to go fetch a couple of bounties and come back. Also, I want to be able to go back, to go there and come back in terms of supplies. We are now spending 1.6 supplies per day, but when we engage in battle, we will start spending many more. So let's get at least 50 more. Now I feel a little bit more comfortable. Heavy machinery are useful when you scavenge. However, I'm going to avoid scavenging anything which isn't the ships that we just destroyed because of the bounties. Now, let's look at bounties. Let's press E and get to the intel screen again. And yes, we want to go chase these guys. Now, this guy, Logan McFarland, he's rumored to be hiding out near a gas giant in a binary star system. So this is a system of clues. So binary star system. This is not binary. This isn't either. This is probably a binary star system. Let's see, a gas giant in a binary star system in the Venus Nebula. What about him? She's rumored, Nor Proxima. She's rumored to be hiding out near a volcanic world in a binary star system. So they might both be in here, or they might be one in here and one in here. I cannot exactly show on map where they are. You can see now that our fuel range covers comfortably the entire constellation. I will put a nav point, I forgot how this is called, a bookmark, let's say, on Gamma Venus. And let's start going there. Look at this now, this 20. We have our sustained burn on, and this is the maximum achievable speed. This is because of the third level in navigation, and also the fact that we are using all very small ships. Let's jump in hyperspace. Now we get to make our first fairly long trip through hyperspace. Let's unlock the view. The game to play now is to try and avoid not as much getting in the hyperspace nebulas, but in these brighter portions in here. These are hyperspace storms. When the storm flares, you will notice that they flash once in a while. When they flash, they damage your ship. They also boost you in a more or less random direction. But the effect is that if you get damaged again and again by those storms, you could get your ships seriously damaged. And because they also get automatically repaired, you will run out of supplies faster. Let's also turn off our transponders. There's no police in hyperspace. Let's try our best to follow the arrow while also keeping our eyes open for potential threats, because we are still really small fleet, and a bigger fleet. Wait a second. Why was my sustain burn off? I thought I was I was proceeding very slowly. Too slowly. See this? This is a fairly big sensor contact. Now, it might be peaceful, but it might not. On a salvage expedition, these are scavengers. This is a big scavenger fleet. Now, I don't think they're coming for us, because they emergency burned in this direction. However, from time to time, big salvage fleets will try and get to you to scavenge you. Wait a second, are they trying to interdict me? I think they are. I will emergency burn out of here. Alright. That caused a little bit of stress to our ships. But at least we are not risking a close encounter with a massive fleet that we absolutely cannot manage right now. You will also see me from time to time quickly disable and re-enable the sustain burn. That is because I want to make a short turn. When the sustain burn is active, as you can see, I'm trying to turn right, but my steering is not that great. If you disable it and then re-enable it quickly, you get to make really sharp turns. So here we are. This is our first destination, the first binary system, and we want to look around a gas giant. This looks like a gas giant. Yes, also gas giants are visible from hyperspace. It says there that Gamma Phoenix 6 is a gas giant. So let's get right in there. Also, I'm looking that I have 55 supplies left. I'm going through supplies much faster than I thought. Your fleet approaches the jump point. Warning. The jump point exhibits fluctuations characteristic of drive field activity a short distance away from the exit. A disposable probe sends back a microburst of information. Forces near the exit are assessed likely hostile and a possible threat to your fleet. But we are getting in there to get in a scuffle with pirates. So let's jump in regardless. And look at that. Now, what I'm seeing is our first bounty here, and this is probably our second bounty. Let's try and fight them separately though. He emergency burns because he immediately realizes that we are much bigger than him. Let's try and make a short turn in here. This wasn't the other, this is a domain era probe, which would be good to explore and scavenge. However, our fleet right now is not really suited for that. We could do it, but we would only get a fraction of the total available loot. So, okay, here's emergency burn just run out. Let's see if we can engage. Come on. Yes, we can. Again, really small fleet. I can probably handle all of this on my own. Assumes a neutral posture, they're not fleeing. Moves in to join battle. Continue. Let's make this 6 supplies count. You wanna come right in, don't you? I should have been a little bit more attentive to his weapon loadouts before going in so aggressively. If he had a couple of Sabo missiles, I could have been in trouble. Oh, you want some of it too, don't you? There is a torpedo right there. Almost got me over the threshold. How do you like my torpedoes? If I manage to actually hit you with one. You don't like them, do you? I'm out of torpedoes, but it doesn't make any difference because eventually they all explode. Alright, no, don't consider ship recovery. All these ships are very much destroyed. Peek through the wreckage though. I want all those 19 supplies, please. And let's look at the money coming in. 47,000 and 13,000 experience. Now, the other bounty was in a binary system but around a volcanic planet. This is a volcanic planet. This is also a volcanic planet. Let's get to this first. Now we should still keep our eyes open because these pirates are not the only fleets that we're gonna find in a system so far from the core worlds. There could be both automated defenses, nothing around this planet though, so I will have to run all the way around to that other one. Let's circle the stars in this case. As I was saying, you could find other things. For example, there could be a pirate station that was never mapped, so nobody knew about it. Now there's a ping in here. Actually, I can go there while exiting the system. I don't have to approach right now. Also, there could be like domain era automated fleets, like drone fleets, and sometimes that can be fairly strong. And there is no one around this planet either. Alright, so okay, let's approach this jump point, lay in a course, so we get to see what that sensor contact was, and we will fly towards the other binary system in this constellation. I think I'm safe, I'm not too close to the sun. And this is another domain era probe, so more things to explore. Order a jump to hyperspace. And is it in here? Yes, I think it is. Do we see a... this is an unidentified planet. There's probably only one planet. Now, I'm a bit conscious of the fact that this jump point is between the two stars. I might be like simultaneously in the corona of two stars, so I will enter the system through here instead. Wait a second. There is no volcanic world in here. What's the deal? Have I misread? She is rumored to be hiding out near a volcanic world in a binary star system. Are there more binary star systems that I missed? This is a binary star system and she wasn't in here, right? Can I take a look at these this system map again? This is a volcanic world, but there was nobody here. There was nobody here, and there was nobody here. So maybe there's another binary system. Maybe this is a binary system, or even this one. It's a bit strange because these stars are really... But anyway, Orange Star, Durer Stars, Marx Star. So they get different names even if it's a binary system. Okay. At first I thought... And they can be different colors too, it seems. So maybe let's try and go towards one of these other stars. Jump back into hyperspace. Let's see what we find. A small contact. What is this? A Wolf-class frigate floating in space. Explore. Nice. So a derelict Wolf-class frigate drifting through space. It is battered, though determining whether it's recoverable or not will require closer examination. While making a preliminary assessment, your salvage crews find a single occupied sleeper pod still running on backup power. Attempt to open the pod. The thawing process completes and the pod opens. It contains an experienced officer who joins you out of gratitude for being rescued. Lieutenant Hira Zhu has joined your fleet. We just gained a free officer. Now, free in terms of like first, how do you say, contract first fee, but we will have to like pay a salary to this officer anyway. But we will look at her in a second. Begin salvage operations so that we get some materials out of the old ship. Now, how do I look at my officers? There she is, Hira Zhu. She is experienced in... She has a missile specialization. She has level 3 power grid modulation, which is really good. Makes her better at flux juggling and damage control. And she is steady. We will get deeper into what all this means. For now, though, I want to assign them, yes, to the second most useful ship in here. If she had some specialization in fighters, I would have put her in the carrier. That is a nice find. And this does not look like a binary system. But we will only know if we get into the system map proper. Look at that. This is a volcanic world, and we just got a moving sensor contact. And yes, it is a binary system, apparently. Let's carefully approach. Oh, these are two Dominier probes. There are more volcanic worlds, though. We could get to this and this. I would say last chance for this episode to find our second bounty. Doesn't seem there's nobody around this particular volcanic world. Let's get to Neither. there's a nether world in here. Are you gonna be in here? No. Nobody home. I just got a big sensor contact in this direction though. I wanna know what that is. A domain era survey ship. These are usually pretty good. However, it can also have automated defenses still active. Right, but there are no more volcanic worlds around here. So we will leave this here around the Hadriel star system, which holds, it seems, a nice cache of ancient technology for us to look at, but not for now. We will surely come back when we have a bigger fleet, when we have a more specialized selection of ships for extracting the valuables out of these relics. And we will try and catch our Proxima in the next episode. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you find these videos both fun and useful, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao.